Well, hello everyone, and welcome to week 5 of the Family Run Club. Guess what? You have made it to the halfway mark of our Family Run Club training. Start of week 5 means that you've been through 4 full weeks of training, so you are to the halfway mark of our 8-week training program. What I'm really hoping that means is that your jogging segments are feeling better to you. I'm hoping that you're able to sustain them and feel stronger during that jogging time. That's what I'm really hoping for everyone. So I'm really excited that we are to our week 5 training, and I'm going to share our running tip for week 5. The running tip for this week is very important, and it's about socks. You want to make sure that you have really good socks when you're running. And there's a certain sock out there that is available in most stores. You can find them in Target, you can find them in Walmart. You don't have to go to a specialty running store to get these socks. But you want to find a sock that wicks moisture away. And the reason why that's important, it's not about if you get your feet wet when you're running because if it's wet outside or if it's raining. It's about your sweat. And you sweat all over your body when you're running. And your socks can get wet from that sweat. They can also get wet from being outside if it's been raining or if the ground's wet or whatever. But the sweat from your body can also make your socks wet. And if you don't have socks that wick that moisture away, that moisture stays in that sock and it can cause blisters. And running with blisters can be very painful. So it's important that you really find socks that have that wick away feature. And like I said, you can find them in most any store that sells socks. Walmart, Target, I know they sell socks that have that wick away feature. So I want you to make sure that the next time when you're ready to purchase some socks, look for those socks to run in because they are very helpful. There's also different weights of socks. You can get socks that are fluffier, you can get socks that are thinner. That's a personal preference. So you need to find a sock that you like, that you feel comfortable running in, that wicks away that moisture. So now on to our healthy eating tip for the week. And our healthy eating tip this week is I want to talk about fats and avoiding unhealthy fats. So when you think of fatty foods, you think of foods like fried foods, and a lot of our pastries and cakes and cookies have fats in them that are not good for us. And those unhealthy fats can cause heart disease. They clog our arteries. So we really want to watch those processed foods and those foods that contain those unhealthy fats. Now, there are good fats out there because our bodies do need to have fat. We do need to eat fat. Avocados are a great source of a healthy fat. Also, when you're cooking, olive oil is another great healthy source of a healthy fat, and also coconut oil. So when you're choosing foods, you really want to be careful with those foods that are high in fats because they do cause heart disease. They can clog our arteries. So you need to make sure that you're not eating those too often. And fried foods are one of those foods that have those unhealthy fats. So that's my healthy eating tip for the week. Just watch those fats. Now we're going to move on to our local run, our community run location. And this week I want to share about the Colonial Roadrunners. The Colonial Roadrunners, it's a running group here in Williamsburg. Just Google Colonial Roadrunners Williamsburg and the link will come up. They pretty much have a 5K run every single weekend, especially during this time of the year. If you go to their website, there's probably a race from now until January 1st. So if you want to try to do a 5K before our end of our training, you're welcome to go to that website and pick one out and give it a try. You can always walk. If you're done running, you can always walk to finish it out. There are plenty of people that walk those 5K races. So you should never feel like you're not ready because you can always walk to the finish line. So I just wanted to share with you that the Colonial Roadrunners is a great resource. They also share those local run community locations that I've been sharing. But there is a race, like I said, from now until the new year, and you could go try one, give it a try. So I just wanted to share that. Check them out. There's plenty of runs out there that you could be doing on Saturdays. It's a lot of fun, and you'll meet a lot of fun people. So that brings us to our warm up. And today for our warm up, I'm not going to go through any stretches since I did a few stretches last week, but I just want to remind you, and it's something I do when I start running. My first few minutes when I'm running, I don't run very hard. That's my way of getting my body warmed up after I've done my dynamic stretching. So the first part of your run, you don't want to like take off like you're running a race. You want to start warming your body up. So make sure at the very beginning of your training runs that you start off slow. Walk a little bit and then get into your jog. And once you've been doing that, I'd say for, a few minutes, then you can start going into your harder training. So that's my warm-up advice for today, which brings me to, you know what? That means the training program's coming next. So I want you all to enjoy it. So you know what that means. Let's go run. Whew, how was that? I hope the training was fun. I hope it went well for everyone. And I'm glad you're back. And I hope you jogged it slowly and then got into a walk to cool down. Remember that cool down is very, very important. So with that being said, after you've done your cool down, I want to share this week's running resolution. And this week's running resolution has a lot to do with like the Colonial Road Runners. It's about making connections in the community with people that are like-minded. We have such a wonderful, active community. There are so many places to be active in our community. And like I said, the Colonial Road Runners is a great community resource to find races, to find locations to run with people. So my running resolution this week is about making those connections in our community, exploring the community and finding all these fun locations to go walk and run and bike in. And also meeting those people that are like-minded, that have the same thing in mind. They want to be active, they want to stay healthy. All of this helps with making this running and being active a lifelong healthy habit. And that's what we're striving for. We're striving for this to be consistent in our lives. We're striving for being active and being healthy to be just a part of what we do and to help continue us down this road, down this journey of living a healthy lifestyle. So my running resolution this week is all about just making those community connections and keeping this lifestyle going for the rest of our lives. So I hope you've enjoyed week 5 of training, and I hope you are looking forward to our next week and reaching our goal of hopefully completing this Centera Sleigh Bell 5K. I'm so excited too about the registrations, the notice of registrations that I'm getting. It looks like we're going to have a great group that morning of the race. So keep them coming, keep training, and I'll see you next week for week 6 of training. And happy training, everybody.